Hello, good morning, guys. Can you guys hear me? So if you just joined in and you can hear me, just let me know in the chat box. So good morning, everyone. Just let me know in the chat box if you can hear me. Then let me share the link real quick. Yeah, good morning. Let me share the link real quick and we begin. So good morning, everyone. Just so good morning. If you are just joining, like, it's important so YouTube can recommend it to other traders like you. Right? Just give the live a like. And let me share the link real. Let me share the link real quick so we begin. Yeah, good morning. I'm trying to share the link on YouTube so I can easily begin. Trying to share the link to the different platform. So we can begin. I don't know why it's taking time. All right, so let me begin. My BTC is the first um, currency I love to check out. So let's go to our BTC this morning. Let's see if we find opportunity and let's see if we take a trade. So on BTC, I was checking the chart earlier today. Right, on BTC, there are two possible moves, right? There are two possible levels I can expect this price to go to, right? Or head on, right? Now, on the higher time frame, which is how I go about it, I guess it was yesterday when we did the live. I told you BTC was still very much bearish. I guess the price was around here, was around somewhere here. And I told you guys, if the price retrace, create a liquidity, create a high, that was the high. That high now will now act as a liquidity. So as it creates that liquidity, then you can use that liquidity as the inducement, as the liquidity protecting this breaker block. Then we'll sell from this very breaker block because directional bias is still very much bearish. So on BTC now, let's still check if this directional bias is still bearish. We are still meant to keep looking out for sell, or if it has gotten to a possible reversal zone. If it has gotten to a zone where it can like reverse from, it's going down. You're meant to start looking out for sell, but you know it's gonna get to a level, then reverse and start becoming bullish and start going up. So you want to do everything possible to make sure that once it's at that very level or once it's doing the reversal, you are not still selling or you are not still buying. Now, if you watch this price closely, you're gonna see price just got to this very 4-hour time frame or that block right here, which is now like a possible reversal zone for this very market. So this is a long week, which acted as which is an order block right here. This is where the price was got to. So this is now like a possible reversal zone. Price can decide to start buying from this very zone. So I'm getting here, directional bias was bearish. I was looking out for sell, sell, sell. So I'm getting here now. I can't keep looking out for sell because it's a possible reversal zone. You can decide to start buying from here. So I want to check if it's going to give a change of character. Then I start looking out for buys. Or if it does not give the change of character, I can keep looking out for the sell. So I want to go to lower time frame. The lower time frame I use 15 minutes, 5 minutes time frame for a change of character. Now this is on the 15 minutes time frame. And on the 15 minutes time frame now, let's watch out all our possible break of structure. Then we know what we'll be doing. Price at this low, which is the lowest point of the price. It broke past it, but this is not a valid break of structure. This was just a long week that broke past. So this is not a break of structure to the downside. And this break to the upside now. This is the high, which the price will break above. It's going to give us a clear change of character above. The price has not broken past that very high. And if you watch, price is giving a sell opportunity around here. So we have this nice order block where price can easily start to sell from, or where we can easily take a sell from. But if you watch closely, this very order block does not have a clear break of structure because it didn't break this very long wick with a full candle body. It only broke past it with a long wick, which I call it sweep. It's not a valid break of structure. So if I use this internal low as my break of structure, it's still very much okay. Right, then this high acting as my liquidity, then I take a sell from this very order block. Right, but why am I doubting this very sell? Why am I not jumping on this very sell? Because it has got to a possible reversal zone. So what I'm going to do is going to be this. If you notice what I'm doing right now, it has got to, remember this was the level we're trying to sell from yesterday, but it didn't come back there. Right, if I'm trying to sell from here now, it means that directional bias is still very much bearish, meaning I keep trading along the trend. I'm trying to sell since market is bearish. But since it has got to this very possible reversal zone, right, I'm meant to just pause and watch if it's going to give a change of character, then start looking out for buy. And if there was a clear break of structure to the downside now, I'm going to still jump on this very sell. But because there's no clear break of structure, so I'm just going to watch out how it will react at this very level. As I see the reaction, I will drop the signal if we're going to sell, or we'll just watch out for a change of character so we can start looking out for buy. Right, so this is a perfect sell opportunity, but all the criteria are not complete. No clear break of structure to the upside. Right, so let's see. I'm going to see how it will react to that very before the end of the live. We'll see how it will react to that very level, and then we'll know if we'll take the sell. Right, so let's check out gold. I'm gonna on BTC now, the directional bias is not clear, so we don't have any buy opportunity. We don't have any trade opportunity on BTC for now. As it's clear, I'll let you guys know. All right, someone said video quality is low. Check again, maybe it's your network or increase your quality. Someone was even suggesting that. All right, so on gold, directional bias is still very much bullish, right? So I'm meant to keep looking out for buys, right? Whatever happens, if I go to the chart now to take a trade, I'm meant to keep looking out for buys. So let's look out for a possible buy zone. So this is on the 4-hour time frame. Then a 4-hour time frame now, we have this low, which is an order block, possible buy zone. Then there's no other 4-hour time frame level at the higher price. Let me see what's showing on the daily. Daily time frame now is still not clear. Right on the daily time frame and it's still not clear. Then 2-hour time frame. 2-hour time frame is pretty much now aligning with the 4-hour time frame. You can see where 4-hour time frame was at. So 2-hour time frame is still at that very level. And many of you that was gonna ask how I bought this very buy. This was a buy I bought on good this morning. Right? Why did I drop the signal for you guys? Remember, I'm dropping the signals, doing this live just to help you guys become profitable and start making profit. Right. So it was late at night. That's the reason I didn't drop this. It was already, right, it was almost this today. It was even today, about 3:45 a.m. So many of you were not active. So I just took it personally. And it was like a correction I also did for my students, right? I also did as a correction for one of my students, telling him to take the trade from that very level, right? So it was early, right? So that's why I didn't drop the signal for you guys. In the group, you're gonna notice when I dropped it, take notes of when I dropped it. Right? I said this 2 hour level looks better when I dropped the setup by 2:50 a.m. So that was pre when I had the opportunity. Right? I didn't spot it later on, or I didn't spot it earlier. I would have dropped it before the 7 a.m. I get the setup was already active previous day. Right? It was already active at night, but I didn't spot it early. So when I woke up, that was when I spotted the opportunity. That was when I called it out for them. Now, overall, we have this level. Let's look at opportunity now. We have this level, nice level. This price can decide to start buying from. Then on the 2 hour time frame is also the same level right there. Then let's look if we're going to find the higher level where we can buy from. On the 2 hour time frame now, let me delete this trade. I don't always keep my trade. So now this is a low on 2 hour time frame, a possible order block. So this was where I took that buy from, right? This key level right here. My students already know how I mark out those type of levels and how I go about those type of trades. Now, if you watch, this is a low on a 2 hour time frame. Then on the 1 hour time frame, it's pretty now like a breaker block, right? It's not like a previous high. On a 2 hour, on a 1 hour time frame, it's not like a high, a breaker block, right? It's a possible buy zone. Then we have this low on the 1 hour time frame, an order block because it's a long week like this, a nice zone that this market can actually start buying from. Right then, let's see which of these are gonna likely hold. That's gonna likely push the price up. So we have these two POI. We have this is the lower one, right? Then this is a higher POI right here. So this POI is pretty still valid because it has a reconfirmation. And I guess I also had a re-entry somewhere around here. When the trade was already on, I had a re-entry somewhere around there. You watch that my opportunity, the opportunity I dropped. Right, if you watch when I took the trade, notice it. The first buy was already moving, then I had another buy at this very level, like a re-entry somewhere around here. So that's the POI that the trade can easily come back to their buy from. And now on the higher time frame is a breaker block. This is the level right here. This is a level this price can come back to and start to start buying from. Right. So on the 15-minute time frame now is a breaker. This one is an order block. Then if it's not clear to you, you can go to 5 minutes time frame. 5 minutes time frame, you can see how clear it is. An order block, then a breaker block. Now, this higher breaker block, this breaker block at the top does not have a clear liquidity protecting it. So there's a high chance that the price will come down to take out this breaker block. If there is a clear liquidity, I will take the buy from that very breaker block. But since there's no clear liquidity protecting it, this order block is much, much preferable. Right, this lower order block is much preferable to take your buy from. Now, for me to buy, I want to see my breakout structure, which is extremely important. Price that is high, the highest point, and it failed to break that very high. So one criteria is not complete. But let's see if there's an internal breakout structure, because with the way gold move, I've done some study on gold. With the way gold move, with even an internal breakout structure, this on POI can still be valid. Right? So notice at first I was considering this very buy from this very level. This was the first level I was considering to buy gold from. We're using this as liquidity, but this liquidity was far. So I had this lower level. So I now prefer this lower level and see it as an order block. So this was not allowed to be buy. And this low now acted as an obvious liquidity. As an obvious previous inducement. So using that as my liquidity, that was how I took the buy from here. Now I can expect buy from this very level, from this very order block. Liquidity is present. The only one thing that is not clear, that is not clearly present now, is a break of structure. And there's a break of structure. Good morning, and always like the live. Just give it a thumbs up. Like it. It's not gonna take anything from you, so YouTube can recommend it to other traders like you. Now this is a internal break of structure right here. So gold, with the way it moves, with the study I've done, gold can use this as a break of structure and respect this very POI. Right, so I'm going to consider this very buy on gold. So let's consider this very buy. It's a risky trade because the strategy, only the break of structure, has a clear break of structure is not present, but it has an internal BOS. Right, so let's consider this very buy. For gold traders, this is what I'm expecting. And this is what I'm going to confidently take. Right, I won't be selling. You can see that. I won't be selling, but I can confidently take a buy around here. And remember, break of structure is going to help you know who is in charge. If you'll be looking out for buys or looking out for sells. Gold is bullish. Nobody needs to tell me to look out for buys on gold. So break of, I don't even need to see my break of structure to buy, to enter for a buy on gold. We're just still going to tell you if buyers are still in charge. But since gold is bullish, obviously this market is going to buy. I believe you are getting it now. So that's what a break of structure does mainly. It's going to show you who is in charge. You're looking out for that buy or you're looking out for sales. Right, so I'm going to take the trade from here. Our target is that high. Right, let's target 1:4 because the way gold is buying, it can just give us 1:4 very easily. The trade I took this morning gave me 1:7 RR. Right, so let's consider this very bad. Let's risk it. You know, it does not have a clear BOS to this upside, but it has this standard break of structure and liquidity protecting it pretty much. Gold is bullish, no need to panic or be afraid of taking a setup. So I'm gonna take this. So this is what I have on gold, and let's set this limit order. The last limit order we set on gold yesterday didn't go activated. It just moved without activating our trade. I'm still gonna show you. Right, if you notice, it gave another opportunity which I missed yesterday. I had a missed entry yesterday. Then I also had a missed opportunity. I didn't take it. I was not on the chart. So pretty much if I was active, would have got a buy on gold yesterday. So let's see how this one is going to play out today. So it's the gold buy limit. It has an internal break of structure, so no need to panic or no need to stay without taking the trade. If it does not go well, we'll take the loss and we'll move on. So the entry is about 3,741. Or if you have the opposite of this, if you're looking out for a sale, just let me know in the comment section. Let me know. So the entry is about 3,741. Then stop loss is about 3,736.83. So this is giving us about 50 pips SL. Calculate your risk and then take the trade. Then take profit. I'm targeting 1:4, and the take profit is about 3,762, of which obviously with the way gold is moving, gold is gonna get to over 4,000 probably by before the end of the year. It's gonna get to over $4,000, right? With the way it's moving, right? So let's see how this buy will hold. Let's see how this buy will go. Don't over leverage, don't over risk. Though it's a cool setup, right? But still don't over leverage your account, don't over risk. Manage your risk and let's see how it will go. Then I'm going to check out other pair for those people that don't trade gold. I'm going to check out other markets, then show you what I'm expecting. So on BTC, you can see the buy is currently still happening, but let's see how it's going to react at this very level before we sell from that very level. Because of the move, you can see it's currently buying from this very possible reversal zone. So let's see how it's going to react at that very level before we jump on our buy, or we jump on the sell, sorry. Then on GBPUSD, right, let's see what directional bias still is, and let's see what we are still gonna expect on this GBPUSD. So on the 4-hour time frame, you're gonna see this market is still very much bearish, so you can see expect sales. Then if we are selling, this is a level I marked out, I guess yesterday, as a possible zone where this market can sell and then get to. Right, this is a possible zone where this market can sell, and then get there. So we can watch out for sales until it gets there. Right, so let's look out for possible sell opportunity right now on GBPUSD. So it's currently giving some sell reaction, and if you watch, it's currently reacting from this 4-hour time frame high. Right, it's currently reacting from this 4-hour time frame key level right here. So let's see if it's gonna hold and if it's gonna push it down. And if you watch overall where it's currently reacting from, it's currently reacting from this breakout block. And this breakout block now is gonna clearly push the price down. So let's see if we're gonna find any possible sell opportunity to enter for a sell. It uses all of these eyes as liquidity to sell. Now, why am I not looking out for buys? Because it didn't give any, didn't get to any clear possible reversal zone. Right, so I'll keep looking out for sell. That's why I'm not looking out for buy. If it has got to the possible reversal zone, a key level where I expect it to get to, then I can start looking out for buys. But since it has not gotten there, sell is much more better. But if you watch on our entry time frame, there is no clear opportunity to sell. Right, so we can't just jump on sell at some random point. So let's just watch out and let's see how it's gonna behave. Right, there's no clear opportunity right now on GBPUSD. You know, I do check the chart even before the live begin. So once I have opportunity, I've already spotted it before I even begin this very live. Then on Euro USD, we had this level, which I already told you we should wait for this price at this very level. But it didn't get there, it just started buying. So I started buying from this other 2-hour time frame order block right here. And that's where it just go to and started buying. But I can still expect it to come here. I can still expect it to drop and then get it before the buy will happen. But anything can happen. Let's see if we have our strategy complete and then we'll start looking out for buys. Why? Because it's already reversing and it has given a clear change of character to the upside. Break of structure to the downside, then that's the change to the upside. So we can start looking out for buys on this very market. Break of structure to the downside, then it has already given change of character. Now, where can we buy from? Since there is no clear level to buy from, let me check it on 4-hour time frame. Let me see if 4-hour time frame has any level. You can easily watch out for buy on this very market. So we have this low on the 4-hour time frame. Then we have this order block, same on the 4-hour time frame. So let's see what is showing on the lower time frame. On the 2-hour time frame, this is also still an order block. Then this other low now is now a clear low. Let's see if it's a breaker block or whatever is showing right there. So let's see if that is zone we can say watch out for. All right, so this is a breakout block. This cross high is a breakout block, but this breakout block has already been respected. You can see it was a level on a 4-hour time frame. Now on the lower time is now a breakout block. Price broke out, came back using that low as liquidity. I guess I didn't catch this, but I had the type catch this very setup. So using this very low as liquidity, just tap on it and started buying. I saw one of my students, he caught this very move. Breakout block entry, liquidity protecting it. Maybe I didn't check the chart, so I didn't catch this very opportunity. Now we can still look out for buy, and nice and the perfect buy zone is going to be this low. So we'll wait for the price to come here and we can look out for buy. But we can't just start buying at this very level. It has already been respected. And this other order block at this higher price does not have a clear liquidity. This is also an order block, but there's no clear liquidity protecting it at this very level. So that's the reason I'm not going to jump on a buy from that very zone. Right, then GPUSD, same thing. GPUSD, we're watching out for this sell, it's gonna hold. Then on USD/JPY, we had a buy opportunity yesterday, and that buy is still very much valid. So this, a minute, guys. So this buy is still very much valid on USD/JPY. Right, so the limit that I believe you still have it set. So let's see how this will go. And overall, it has not got to the way I expect reversal to happen. That's why I'm not looking out for sell yet. Right. If there's going to be possible reversals, then I'll look out for sell. But since you didn't get to that very zone, so we can wait for this very buy. So the USD/JPY buy is still valid. Let me just reply it. So those that didn't have their limit for that, you can just set it and then wait for it to come back. So hopefully it does come back, then we'll take our buy from there. So if it does come back, we'll take our buy from here. So let's check out GBPJPY. On GBPJPY, I also had a buy opportunity, but if you notice, throughout yesterday, GBPJPY has just been crazy. You can see the whole range GBPJPY did yesterday. Throughout yesterday, this was just GBPJPY was doing. It was just ranging with this very move. And I could not even tell what will happen, if it's gonna drop or if it's gonna buy from this range. Right? But hopefully today is gonna move, right? Today a move is gonna happen. And this range now is gonna give me extra confidence that this buy will hold. Remember, we had a buy from here yesterday. So with this range now, it's gonna show me that this is like a range liquidity, right? Or some sort of engineered liquidity. And as the price comes, it's gonna likely take out that liquidity, then this buy will definitely and very likely hold. And I guess there's no news today. I guess there's no news today, so the buy is gonna likely hold, very likely to hold. Today is Tuesday by 9:30 a.m. So by 9:30 a.m. now we have a red folder news. As if in about 1 hour time. In about 1 hour time now we have a red folder news, and that news is on GBP. Right? So and me personally, PMI, I'm not good at trading this PMI, so I can't predict what will happen with this market. So this on since this news on GBP, which is a pair I trade, which the pair we're currently waiting. We also have a news by 2:45 and a news by 5:35. Before that time, our trade must have activated and start moving. So we'll keep those other limit order. But for this GBPJPY, let's see how the news is gonna come out. Right, once the news comes out, hopefully it's not an aggressive news. I'm not good at that very news, PMI. So I'm gonna go through the news and see what it's all about, and see if it's a crazy news that will move the market. So if it's a crazy news that will move the market, this market can decide to drop. You can see the range it has done. It's a GBP news, and this market can decide to drop or push up as the news comes out. So I'm gonna go through the news once I'm done with this live now, and then update you guys if we should keep this limit or we delete it and wait for after the news. That's what I prefer. I prefer deleting the limit order. Then once the news comes out, it has already done the crazy move. Then I can see, let me still enter the trade, or it will no longer hold. Right. So I'm gonna go through the news and let's see if it's a crazy news. So this is what I'm having on GPJ, but this is my directional bias for you buy. Right. So let's see how it will go. Then on US 30, I also took a buy yesterday, which also gave me 1:5. This was yesterday trade. So this was a class I did with my students yesterday, and you guys already know, I've already dropped in the group. October class is on, October registration is on. So this is a class we did yesterday with my students on risk management. So October class is gone. The link is in the description. Then the number is on the Telegram. You just message the number and you join. It's about $40. If you are not in, you are missing out on a whole lot of things. Right? You can see what you are gaining from just my free YouTube video. So if you are with me, you'll gain more on knowledge, right? So now on US 30, I'm still gonna expect buy. Right? This was yesterday. Now today, I'm still gonna expect buy. Why? Because it's still very much bullish. And if it's bullish, you keep looking out for buys, right? And this is a low on the 4-hour time frame, possible buy zone. Then on a 2-hour time frame, it's pretty much the same zone. And on the daily, let me see what daily is showing. Okay, daily time frame is not so clear. Then 4-hour time frame is a low. 2-hour time frame is still pretty much the same level right there. Then 1-hour time frame is still pretty much the same long week. So remember, this long week now is an order block. So I can indicate it as a possible buy zone. But let's see if it has everything we need in taking a buy. If that's all the criteria, that's when we buy. If it does not have it, we don't buy yet. So if you notice right here, there's no clear liquidity present. So watch out for liquidity first. So what I want to see a price do is it comes down, create a low, which that low will act as liquidity, then go up a little. Then once I take out that low, I'll buy from this very level. It already has our breakup structure, and we already have our POI marked out. All we need is just a little liquidity to fuel this move. If there's no liquidity, definitely it's gonna take out this low before buying. And if you take out that low now, it's gonna likely maybe respect this other block right here. So it's gonna be better we have our liquidity before jumping in on this rate trade. So this is what I'm watching on US 30. We'll wait for liquidity. And once it gives liquidity, I'll call out the signal for you guys. Once I give liquidity, I'll call out the signal for you guys, and you guys will take the trade. So on the 5 minutes, and let's see if we're gonna find a quick scalp opportunity on this minute. So BTC is looking like it's gonna hold. Right, but I'll update you guys on this very trade. So I'll give you guys the update on that very trade. So gold, hopefully it comes down to activators before doing the aggressive move. It's always aggressive. Just keep buying, keep buying. All right, so let's see how these are gonna play out. Let's see how this different setup are gonna go. Then I'll update you guys on each of them. Right, I'll update you guys on each of them. And I'm active on the charts today. Right, yesterday I was kind of busy. right? So that was why we missed opportunity. I missed opportunity on gold. I missed this other one on Euro USD. So today I'm active. Let's see. I mean, opportunity they're going to provide themselves later on in the day, right? Let's see how it will go, guys. So those are what I have on the chart now. So those are what I have on the chart now. Someone said watching from Zambia. Yeah, you're welcome. I guess the bias is still the same, right? For now. If anything, I change my bias or change my setup, I'll let you guys know. And real quick, let me check the news and then update you guys on this, on what's going to likely happen with the news. PMI. So this is a high impact news, right? This is a high impact news. All right. So if this PMI comes out higher, the forecast now is currently 40 PMI. So if it comes out high, then we can expect GBP or GBP GBP GBPJPY to likely buy. Right, it's already giving the reaction now. The news is a few minutes already giving the reaction. So let's keep the limit order because we are trading on a higher time frame. And once the news comes out, whatever the effect is, right, it's gonna just be it dropping to activate our trade. But I know the effect will not be so crazy, right? Because we're on a higher time frame. So it's on a 15 minutes time frame now, we know it's gonna just buy aggressively, then likely you get stopped out or but since we're on a higher time frame, the effect will just be minimal in the market. So it's still ranging now. So let's keep the limit order. Let's see how it will go. How it will go. So what you guys are gonna do, just add up a couple of these pairs. These pairs are three, just add them up to your chart as well. Then see how you're able to see the opportunity I'm seeing. And then with that, you start improving with the strategy. And if you watch what I'm doing, I'm trying to teach you guys some sort of discipline in what I'm doing on this very live. If you notice, I don't just jump on trades, I always trade calmly, right? And this is what is going to make you profitable. So if you watch with the way you are going with me, you are learning some kind of discipline to wait for your strategy and things like that. And those are things that will help you improve. So let's see how this goes then play out. It's obviously coming down to our entry now. The GBP USD is already dropping, but we don't have a clear entry opportunity. Then euro, we are still expecting to drop, bring liquidity and buy from here or come back to this extreme low. Then USD JPY is currently giving some buy reaction, but it has not taken our order, it has not got to our entry, so very likely to get to our entry before it will buy. Right, hopefully, we don't just jump on trade. Hopefully it comes to our entry before the buy happens. So let's see how today is gonna go, guys. So I'll see you guys some other time. So I guess today's gonna be my last live with you guys. Right, the live I'll be doing now with be more of my with my students. Right, the live I'll be doing now will be more of my students, live trading with my students. So if you wish to join, just check the description or you message the number on WhatsApp to join the class. So I'll see you guys some other time. So take care, guys.